So this is plums. Now none of these are right. I'll show you. I'm gonna bite this one. It's bitter as bitter can be. Now the reason there's so many of them laying on the floor is because birds come and they just chuck them off. And here you can see these are still green ones, and here's the birds eating on them. So as the birds dance around trying to eat it, they also waste so many of them, all just laying on the ground here. And this is why we're looking at designing and creating undercover fruit forests. Because if you want to have fruit for human consumption, you can't have this. You know, this is like 100 or more plums just laying on the ground now, completely wasted. So you can see, like, you know, they try and eat them, and this one they eat it. So the birds eat all the plums here, and then it gets wasted. It's another one. So you can see it's all the birds doing that they do here. Maybe they like it like this. Maybe they enjoy the plums laying and rotting on the floor, and then they eat it. Maybe like get some alcohol in their body, you know, some fermented fruit. But yeah, that's definitely not enough for humans to live off. Unless you could take plastic and you cover these things, it's too much work. It's too much time, and it's the netting I found is a waste. Because you use it once or twice, it gets ripped through storms and wind, and you have to buy a new one, you have to throw it away. I don't like that system of waste. So instead I'm looking at building like this proper structure here. That's a huge structure that we're gonna plant a forest in, you know. And then you have openings where you put doors. There's another door there, a couple of doors. And inside is where you grow your fruit, and the bugs can still come in, you know, like bees and so on, and they can get their food, pollen, to make some honey. And the same for, if you look at the peaches. Here's a peach, and all you can see is birds damaging it. The peaches don't break off that quickly, so they're not laying all over the floor, but the peaches definitely get hit by birds constantly, and also certain bugs. So for human consumption, I mean, these peaches are far from being ready. So by the time they are ready for humans, there's nothing left. So it's best that we grow these kind of trees inside a superstructure like that that's covered. That's also obviously for the location here in South Africa, the African climate, African weather. Maybe somewhere else it's different. Here you can see a little mangoes coming out. Now mangoes I've not experienced getting eaten yet. I'm trying to focus on this fruit here on camera. Little baby mangoes. They're all coming out. This is how they look when they start. So a lot of them die, and certain ones, you see this one is completely died off, and certain ones survive. Only certain ones. So out of all of this, a lot will die, and the strong ones will survive. It's fascinating how mangoes work. And we have figs. The figs also get eaten, but they only get eaten once they're a little bit more ripe. And that's also just before it's ready for you as a person. So it's like a battle out here for who gets what. It's our biggest fig tree. That one, growing all the way up there. And here you can see in this tree, there are dozens of bird nests with birds flying there right now. And those birds eat seeds and bugs, but they don't necessarily go for the fruit. There's very specific birds that go for the fruit, such as your mouse bird and your bulbul bird, and then some few other birds. You know, they go and they chow it, eat as much as they can. Here's some pomelo. Yeah, we have mainly fig trees in this orchard. This is your guava trees, guava. This is a mulberry tree. Mulberry's already gone. Guava. And the apple trees has been struggling their butts off. You know, apple tree. They have not been doing so great out here. I mean, look at them. Barely grows anything. So this apple tree has been a struggle. We do get apples. They come out. I mean, that's the flowers. But then they grow this tiny little apples and they're very sour. You can see they have beautiful little flowers. I'm just trying to focus once again. It's so difficult with my phone. Beautiful little flowers. So that's where your apples and so on come, but yeah, it's not looking good. Let's see, maybe there's an apple already starting somewhere. I can show you an apple. Alright, well, the point is I just want to show you why we need undercover fruit forests. This is for nature now, basically. They can eat this much they want. So on Earth Haven properties, you will have to investigate how the animals behave and work accordingly. Don't use poisons and use extra materials that you have to keep rebuying, throwing away. Make permanent solutions. You know, find permanent solutions, long-lasting, sustainable. It's gonna cost you, but it's worth it in the long run. All right, thank you.